Hey guys, long time no see, not really, I saw you yesterday. What's up? So, today's review is Psycho. First off, if you've not seen Psycho, go watch Psycho. It's best to watch it without knowing that much about it. I don't know how much you know about Psycho without seeing Psycho at this point in your life. Because I feel like it's a pretty pop culture heavy movie now. So you probably know most of the iconic stuff anyway, but there's still some stuff that I would say watch it without getting spoiled. So, for those who have watched Psycho, what's up? Let's talk about Psycho. Well, I guess the first thing I want to talk about with this movie is its score. This movie has an awesome score, and I feel like this movie would be less impactful without its score, especially the shower scene. I feel like it makes the movie sometimes. Even though this movie is good in every other aspect, I feel like the score really puts it over the top, you know? Another thing I want to talk about is the shower scene itself. At the beginning, it's a completely different movie. It's like almost like a thriller about, is this girl going to be able to get away with all this money and stuff? And as soon as that shower scene happens, it becomes a completely different movie. That is awesome. Like, that is a awesome thing to do. It's like, hey, yeah, this is now this, you know? Another cool thing about this movie is when it was being released in theaters, there was a rule that you couldn't go into the movie after it started because of the shower scene. You're going to be like, where is Janet Leigh after that shower scene? Because he was billed as the top star, and that's also a thing that most horror movies have done. Since then, they kill off like who you think is going to be the main lead. Like I think Nightmare did it, and then Scream definitely did it. Another cool thing about this movie, Janet Leigh is the mother of Jamie Lee Curtis, who, if you don't know who that is Laurie Strode from Halloween. Halloween has a lot of connections to this movie. Like Dr. Loomis has the same last name as Sam Loomis in this movie. So yeah, this movie inspired Halloween a lot. I feel like it helped inspire the slasher genre a bit more. There were some early slashers. This one's like a pretty early slasher, I would say. And I feel like it helped get the genre to where it is with Freddy and Jason. But yeah, this is like a slasher, but also not a slasher in the way we think of slashers nowadays. It's like a proto-slasher movie. And it's pretty interesting like that. But yeah, you can definitely see some inspirations for Halloween in this movie besides like the names and actors. I think they expanded on the mysterious mental side of Michael in Halloween, and I feel like that was kind of inspired from this a bit. Another movie that was inspired by this movie is Reanimator. If you haven't seen Reanimator, the score is pretty similar to this movie. Almost like this should have been a lawsuit similar, but who knows. This movie is iconic, and yeah, I feel like it deserves all the praise it gets. Hitchcock is amazing. He's made so many good movies. Even like the movies people don't talk about, like some of his silent movies are pretty good too. I like The Lodger a lot. There's some other movies are pretty cool. But yeah, like 39 Steps is pretty okay. So yeah, if you haven't seen some of the more obscure Hitchcock movies, check those out. It's good too. But yeah, this movie is awesome, and it does a lot of cool stuff, like for film. at the time. Like, one of the main things, I'm sure some of you have heard about this, this movie has like the first shot of a toilet in it, let alone a flushing toilet. So yeah, that's interesting. I feel like that in itself shows how well the movie making process has gone, because like back during the Hays Codes, you couldn't really do that type of thing. Couldn't really do any of that type of thing. This is really like fuck the Hays Code type of movie, I feel like, in that regard. And if you don't know what the Hays Code is, I'll briefly describe it as the overbearing rules of the MPAA back during like the 30s, maybe like 1929-ish. It started, but it was like super heavily limited the movies. A good comparison is, if any of you guys are comic book fans, is the Comics Code Authority, which is kind of similar. But imagine that for movies, and with the comics thing, it's like no drugs, no vampires, no werewolves, no monsters. Movies got a little bit more away with that, but they had to kill all the bad guys in the movies because bad guys couldn't live in the movies. That's why a bunch of movies have the bad guys die. Yeah. Anything else that is worth talking about? I might talk of the sequel, which will be tomorrow. Peace out. Hey guys, what's up? CloneYoshi here. You can probably tell what day I'm filming this if you've been watching all these reviews. But anyway, I'm here to talk about the average YouTube stuff. What is up? So, if you haven't already, subscribe, and then hit that bell to get those notifications so you never miss a video. And then, if you like this video, like it. If not, I don't care. And then, if you have anything interesting to say, post it in the comments. And then, share it with your friends if you really like this video and stuff. It will help the channel grow, and, yeah. So, thank you for doing all that stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. 3-day weekend! Yeah!